What's up, everybody? It's your boy Caesar here, back again with another classic shows review. Today's video is a really awesome classic show, and the show's name is Martin. And I love that show. That's a funny show, man. Man, main characters, you got Martin, you got Gina, then you got Tommy, then you got Cole, then you got Pam, then you got other characters like well, you got Martin's other characters he played. You got Shanae. You got, I think, Roscoe, the little short boy. You got dang, it's the dude with the mist. He plays the karate dude that appears in like a couple episodes. Then he played Jerome. There it is, Jerome. There he is. Yeah, this show is funny and awesome, man. You even got characters like bruh man, dog, always entering in Martin's house. Be talking about he ain't doing nothing. He lives upstairs, 5th floor. He always throw up 4 fingers. Be like nothing, just chilling. You got Tommy with the ongoing gag with him. He don't have a job. He like, Tommy, you ain't got no job, man. It's so funny. And to this day, they never told us what he works at. I did look up, but there's like 5 things he could have been, but I don't remember them. Cole the dumb. He's like, not damn. I'm just gonna call him dumb, but he's more that comic relief kind of character. You got Pam and Martin always taking shots at each other. Pam's always talking about Martin short, but he's the same height as her. You know what I'm saying? I think Martin's taller than Cole. And then she always talking about his ears. Then you got Martin always calling Pam like a horse, talking about the buckshots in the back of her head. I mean, all types of stuff. I think talking about her breath stank and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, awesome show. Time to get into the episodes that I remember. There's a lot of them. One episode I remember. This episode when Gina and Martin actually trying to figure out what Tommy actually does, cause he comes to their house. I think he comes to the house and Martin, he got this book trying to figure out like how people be lying on top of streets, all the type of ways, you know, that the little mixed signals, like people tapping their fingers, tapping their head, scratching their head, all that type of stuff. And they basically was using that on Tommy. And Tommy he ended up leaving, and they still didn't know what he does. And then so Martin and Gina end up going into Pam's house as cat burglars, trying to figure out any kind of clues or anything they could find. No. Yeah, because Tommy, he had to go do something. Pam was with him because Gina was in the house with Pam when these guys came by, and then she was talking with him. So Gina was like, you know what, Martin, let's go. We need to go figure out something, And then they ended up was leading to this like, it's not like a strip club, but it was like it was a club. And like the dudes would be like, be wearing all suits and stuff, and you got women throwing money at them. And you got with Martin and Gina they end up seeing Tommy gonna come up the little, the runway. And then they thought I think Martin called him a gigolo. But again, to this day they still don't know what he does. I forgot one part. Martin was calling different jobs, talking about, hey, he's hey, did Tommy Strong works there? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Still don't know where he works at. Where he works, you know what I'm saying? You even got at the end of the episode, Pam, cause Tommy, I think he had to go, cause she asked him, cause she had said, Tommy, where do you work? And he talking about, baby, you know where I work at. I'm like, and then when he left, she was like, you know what? I'm gonna check out. She all called different places, talking about, yes, did Tommy Strong work there? Okay. And she like, dang, you know what I'm saying? That was a funny episode, trying to figure out where he works at and never revealed it. We got one episode where Martin joined in with he works at a radio station, but the dude's name is I forgot his name. But they actually they bought this restaurant, and so all 5 of them, Tommy and all of them, they actually was working restaurant. But before then, they were trying to figure out ideas of what to do with the restaurant that the place that they bought. You got Cole kept talking about Weatherspoons. talking about we charge you on no we give you soup for free but charge you for the spoons. Martin got mad. He told him about 3 times because he said, "Rent the spoons." That was funny. That was real funny. They end up they was selling they was I mean not so they was selling cooking. They was cooking like meatloaf and like what chicken and waffles or something like that. It was like meatloaf and some other stuff I think. And then the business wasn't really doing too much because they didn't really have too much help. You got what like the dude came by and wanted to buy the place from them. I think he actually did. And I mean that was really it. I think no yeah, cause the dude was talking about when he bought it from them, he was gonna use the restaurant for rental spoons. And then Martin was like, just hold it back, and he was about to get him. You got the Halloween episode. There's 2 of them. The main one is my favorite where they're trying to contact the spirits because it's this dude that it was a dude that died in the house where Martin and Gina lived and that dude was there. I mean they were trying to contact him and basically the whole trip was funny. The whole trip was played on Martin, to try to scare him. It was a funny episode, dog. I mean, you got Tommy. I think he was the first one to go. When he was sitting in the chair, he started acting like he was doing all that. And Martin was like, "Man, look at your eyes, man." No, my bad, not wrong person. That was the little skeleton that came out the closet. Was out the closet. And he was something like, "Look at your eyes, man. You've been smoking them drugs." But that was like towards the end. Tommy, he sat there the whole time, just like acting all possessed. Then Cole got jumped by the ghost. He was getting beat up, and then Cole was gone. I think Pam and Gina, I think lights turned. I think they got. I can't remember how they disappeared. I think the lights disappeared, and I think the lights cut off and they disappeared. And Martin was like the last one. He was like, "Man, I gotta go, man, I gotta go." And that's where like he opened the closet and then like a hand, the little not a skeleton, it was like a mask, a monster mask. And then like, what I'm saying, he was dealing with that, and then he got like the ghost was like coming at him. And it was like he was throwing punches and stuff. And then after that, it was all of them like, "Gotcha." He got mad and then kicked them all out. And then at the end, the ghost actually cut the lights off, and then they started, they screamed. The other Halloween episode is when they went to this haunted place, and I think they had to stay. I think they had to stay there for like a day or so. It was crazy because I think Cole was the first one to go this time, and then you got I think because he was just a scarecrow. And I think he was the first one. Cause I know they had it was like a bear, like a bear rug, a bear. Do you know what they do? The dead bear that be on the ground, the thing. It was following them. And I think Cole was the first one to go, and then I believe it was I think Tommy. No, Tommy was with Pam, I believe so. And I think with Gina, I think when she was behind him, I think a dude came behind her and grabbed Gina, and he was like, "Gina, where are you?" He's like, "Oh man." Then you got it where like Pam was with Pam was with Tommy, and I think he got I don't know what happened, but he went to the closet and then something like that. And he was gone. So it was Pam and Martin left, and then they had to stick together. And I think then Pam was gone. I think Martin was still the last person left. I don't think it was another trick. I think it was the dude of the house that was living in the house who was playing a trick on him. Hey, that was a funny episode. But the first Halloween episode was the funniest because they had all types of jokes and stuff like that. Another episode was the Christmas episode where the dude he basically held captive all the people at the radio station, and they basically cause he was talking about his wife left him, and everybody was like, "Come on, man, you can get you another girl," you know what I'm saying? He ended up kind of figure out the bomb. He had like a bomb suit where he was gonna kill himself, blow himself up, and kill everybody with him. All that was fake. The grenade was fake. All that was fake. You got another episode where I think they went to like Hollywood because Martin was supposed to be a guest on this dude's show. I forgot his name, but he's the dude from Woo. It was him. He was on his show, and Martin he only got like a few seconds because as soon as Martin sat down, it's like bam, show's over. And I think Martin ended up attacking him. You got Pam thought she saw Denzel in limo. She left off chasing limo. You got I think that was really it. I mean, you got one episode where I know it was my bad. I get that later, but another episode when they won the lottery. About Martin was like saying that, man. Martin was saying, why are y'all playing the lottery? You ain't gonna win nothing. You know what I'm saying? And he secretly had a ticket and he won. And so he started buying all types of stuff. And then his friends, he gave them some money. He didn't give Pam nothing. He gave her like a freaking like a week spa thing to take care of herself. And she got mad and she got mad at him because the whole time she was fucking up to him to get money. But that still didn't work. And they kind of figure out when Martin and Gina go to claim the money, kind of figure out it was like 20 other people won also, so they all had to cut. So basically, they was not gonna get that much money. they basically had to sell their stuff. They had to sell their stuff back. Yeah, to try to at least get some money back because they bought stuff but they didn't have the money. You know what I'm saying? So they had to take them things back. Another episode, you got the Thanksgiving episode where Martin, Cole, and Tommy was taking on the girls to see who can cook the best Thanksgiving dinner. And basically kind of figure out Gina had Martin's mom cook their food for him. Martin figured out because it was like these biscuits. He knew his mama biscuits, and he knew that. He was like, Gina, my mom cooked you this food because it's my mama biscuits. You know what I'm saying? And then Tommy, Cole, and Martin, they was playing with the chicken. They were playing football, and it was like, what, 3-1. It was like, Ray, they were playing football. And they threw it, and I think Cole about to slam the turkey. Like, whoa, man, look, I cooked that. Oh, okay. They cooked their turkey had 3 legs. They even cooked a nice cake, but Cole put underwear in the cake. Talking about his mom said that you got to put your drawers in it, and it was like it was messed up. Cause it's like the cake was like souffle, but then when they popped it, it was underwear, and they were like, Cole, why did you put underwear in the cake? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of episodes I can remember. I mean, you got one episode where Martin loved to go find himself, and he was like this. It was like not like a coat, but he was wearing like this red robe. His hair was like grew out, and it was like a 2-part episode, like a 3-part episode where he told him he was leaving, and then Martin and Gina had to go. They were trying to find a way to find him. Then they found him. Then he told him to leave. And then the woman, it was like the leader, she tried to have sex with him, and he was like, you know what, I gotta go. Then he left, called Gina, he came back home. And I think it was one episode, Gina had got a boot on her, she got like a little boot, on her car to keep her from actually driving it. And so they had to get Jerome to give them the money. I believe she eventually got the money from Jerome, I think. Or she took it out of her bank account. It's one of that. It's one of those two. And he kind of figured out it was Martin's fault. Because Martin was getting tickets using Gina's car. Because he didn't want to use his car. And that's why. So it's his fault that she got a boot on his car. It was one episode where they had joint accounts. And so Martin decided for them to have separate accounts so he can spend his money. And I remember he was buying all types of stuff. And then at the end of the episode, she had bought him this messed up tight behind it was a tight behind like basketball outfit, like the jacket and the pants. His shoes he was all jumped up. It was all it was messed up because it was so tight on him. And then when he left to go play basketball, Tommy and Cole left at him. He went back in the house and ran to his room. That was funny. You got one episode where Martin was having a dream that about him and Pam, and he kept waking up. You know what I'm saying? So he basically had to keep going back to sleep to continue the dream. And at the end of the dream, he ended up releasing this big old 1,000-pound weight, and that crashed it on her. But at the same time, Pam had the same dream, and instead of him, it's basically the opposite. John Martin released the thing on Pam, and then Pam released it on the thing Pam. Well, it was the reverse way because it happened the same way, but in Pam's dream, Martin got crushed, and Jerome. My bad, I thought I felt something on my shoulder, but Jerome, not Jerome, my bad. Brudman, I don't know how he got into Martin's house fixing him a sandwich. And then he was basically trying to he gave Martin advice about what to do, how to handle that. You got one episode where they had like a football episode where everybody got together to watch the football game. Every time something was happening and Martin he didn't get distracted, but it's like everything different stuff kept happening and Martin couldn't watch the game because everything was happening. You had I think Cole brought his girl, and then his girl ended up making out with Tommy. It was the opposite, Tommy's girl, and then Cole it was a love triangle. Martin got mad at Brudman because Brudman had like 3 strikes. First, Brudman was sitting on Martin's chair. He told Brudman, "You gotta get up, man." And then after that, he took off his shoe. And then he said, "Brudman, you gotta put your shoes on, man. Your feet stink." Talking about he gotta let the cones. I gotta let the cones breathe, man. And then I think the last strike, he was wearing Martin's shirt, and it was like so tight on him. And he said, "Bro, man, you gotta go. You gotta stop, man." And he do a little slow bop. Say, "Hurry up!" He said, "Hurry up, bro, man. No, you can't walk that slow." I don't know the episode, but I remember Brudman had used their bathroom, and he used up all that toilet paper, and he left a note under the refrigerator telling her that they had a toilet paper. And I don't remember where the episode came from, but I remember that. The same Thanksgiving episode, when they left, Brudman ate all their food and said, "Brudman, there ain't nothing left." Talking about he was talking about everything was banging. Suck the raggedy ass peas. Because the only thing Pam and Gina had to make was the peas, and they was not that good. And Brudman said, like, he slow walked all the way. He slow walked to the window because he was going to his grandma's house, and he still wasn't even hungry. He was still hungry. He wasn't even full. And so Martin and them ended up following him to his grandma's house to get something to eat, some Thanksgiving. Mom, it was a couple of times Martin and Gina got split up. Like, they split up a couple of times and then got back together. Like the later season, like I think like the last season or like the second to the last episode, the second to the last season or the last season, Gina and Martin could not be seen in the same. They were never in the same scene, which I'm not going to explain why, but you guys could have picked up on that. Where they was never in the same place. They was never like in the same they were not in the same room together. Like she would call him, they would still talk. But she'll one scene she'll be like in the house, she'll call him and he'll be somewhere else. But it was never actually in the same area together. I'm not gonna explain why, but you guys can look that up. There was one episode where they was like on a ship. It was like Martin, Pam, and Cole, not Cole. I think Cole was with him too, and then Tommy. They was on this cruise ship. I don't remember too much, but I do remember the episode of you got like the episode where like Gina's mom came to visit. You got where I think Martin's mom came to visit, I think, and she does not like Gina. You got where Gina had Gina. It was one episode Gina she owed Shanae some money, and so she had to work in Shanae's salon. And she was messing up really bad, but I think Shanae still looked out for her, I believe so. Shanae, she don't like Cole. No, my bad. She don't like Pam for nothing. They don't like each other. That's probably it. There's a lot more. There's a lot more episodes. But as of right now, it was Martin. It was one episode. They thought Martin had a son. The episode was called Martin's Baby, maybe something like that. and they gave him the nickname thing Short Doo Wop, yeah. And at the end of the episode, Martin figured out that that wasn't his son, and the boy was named Marvin, I think Marvin, and Martin was his you know he like a fan he was a fan of Martin, and he wanted his dad to be Martin. So and his dad was still like working. Yeah, his dad was getting a different job, so he didn't want to move. So he told Martin that he was his father. You know, so just so he could do all that. Other than that, it was one funny scene where Martin's his other character Roscoe, he came up to the door, and then he asked Marvin for some money. He was talking about, it was one thing he said dang, I forgot that what he said. It was like open it. He said something about like open the door and something. Oh, man, I cannot forget that. It was funny. Let me think of it all. It was something like don't try to make a move, like open the door and don't try to bust a move or something like that. It was funny. I can't remember what he said, but it was funny though. I mean, it was one episode. Tom was in the hospital. Cole actually got a girlfriend. She was dumb. Hate to say that. There was one episode where Martin, no, Pam got hypnotized into being like Martin. So that whole episode, when she hold like the dean, she'll act like Martin's like, what's up, what's up, what's up? You know what I'm saying? That's really it. You know what I'm saying? It's awesome TV show. Funny. You could watch episodes on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Look them up. But that's the end of the review, and the end of the video, whatever you could say. If you like the video, click that like button, leave a comment in the comments below, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.